What I wanted to capture with this tune was 90s electronic type of vibe. When I was in Vancouver, maybe 96 to, I was there 96 to 99. And I just dropped out of university. I was in kind of a classical environment, and I was really becoming unhappy with the way that I felt was that I was kind of on an assembly line, like kind of a classical music, because it's such an established way of teaching music. And you do kind of, when you're in university, you're kind of in a, there's all these things that you have to learn in order to accomplish the goal of being a classical musician. And although I loved playing trumpet, I wasn't in love with classical music the same way that I am with music that I make now. And I guess I kind of knew that. I ended up going to Vancouver, and that's where I kind of started going to parties and going to raves and meeting people that are into electronic music. I always liked going to these parties, but I always liked that side room where there would be more down-tempo music and everybody would go there to rest. People would be dancing like crazy for however long and ingesting lots of ecstasy and all this kind of stuff, but then they would go to this room. I would usually just hang out in that room if there was one and just kind of like talk with people, and I'd be all messed up too, but I was never like a big dancer. I think I was there like to kind of get high. That was my thing. Listen to the music, which I really, really enjoyed as well, and just like talking to people. I remember having these big, intense conversations, and there would be a lot of hugging. And that's why I called this song The Hug Room, because that's kind of like where that's what I would end up happening in those places. We'd just like connect with people. On those drugs, I would connect with people in a way that I usually wouldn't connect with people. At that time, I was I was having a really hard time, although I didn't know it. Because I ended up coming from Vancouver to Winnipeg to go to drug treatment. And all I had was 2 bags of clothes to my name and a trumpet. Like, I was not in a good spot when I was in Vancouver, like emotionally, but I hadn't even started paying attention to my emotional life, like at the age of 21, 22. Like if someone were to come, how do you feel emotionally? I'd just be like, what the hell are you talking about, man? Like, who thinks about their emotions? Maybe that's normal across the board, to start focusing on your inner life just isn't something that's like told to you as something that you need to do. At least I don't remember. So this song is kind of trying to capture that vibe, and I think it does really well. Like, there's percussion. It's got a really old school kind of funk vibe to it. There's a big jazz element with the guitar player, my guitar player Victor Lopez, and I brought in an old friend named Zach Antel to do synthesizer work on there. And so I sent it to him, He worked with that at home, and he really put all these old school kind of synthesizer sounds in behind. Yeah, I'm really proud that it turned out the way that it did.